Alright, Shalom, all praise be to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. Double honor to our apostles, a great millstone that rule with honor and with diligence. And honor to you brothers out there that preach this truth and love and sincerity to wake up the elect. Peace be to the elect and their families. And, we're praying that the Lord have mercy on us and deliver us from these evil times that are coming in the earth, or that are in the earth. And, it's just a quick lesson, or admonishment, to repent, man, to be repentant, okay? Now, this is a very humbling, I got a couple of very humbling passages in the scriptures, very humbling passages in the scriptures, because people make it such a hard thing to repent, man, And like to me, for a man to be, it'd be hard for a man to repent is feminine to me. That's something that women do. A real man's supposed to recognize when he's right or when he's wrong, and own up to it. It's childish. It's petty to brush things off and not own it when you go off, man. When you do something that's wicked, man. Or when you realize that you're wicked. This is Genesis chapter 6, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, "And the Most High," that's the Father, it says, "saw that wickedness of the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he made man on earth, and it grieved him at his heart." So even the Most High repented, man. It says, "And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them." So that's a very humbling statement. If the Most High, the Father, even the Father repented, and this is not the only account, Hold on. This is not the only account. This is Salakia. 1 Samuel 15:10, it says, "Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, It repented me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he is turned back from following me, and have not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night." Now, when you read about the story of Saul, our people had desired a king because the other nations had kings, So our people were going off, man, desiring to be like the other nations, man. They were desiring to be like these heathen nations who had set up kings over them. And really, Samuel was already set up to lead Israel, man. The Lord was with Samuel. But the people kept asking for a king, and it pissed the Lord off, man. And what did the Lord do? The Lord took Saul and changed his heart, man, and made him start prophesying, man. And Saul eventually became king, man. And he was so wicked and so evil, because really he wasn't really set up. He wasn't really meant to be set up to be king, but the Lord gave the people over to their own ruin, man, because they wasn't being spiritual. So he said, "Okay, you want a king? Well, here then, niggas," and gave them Saul, and Saul oppressed them, man. And the Lord said what? It said, it repented me that I have set Saul up to be king, for he turned back from following me. I have not performed my commandment. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night, you know. So the Most High, the Father repented, man. You know, twice in the scriptures, 2 accounts in the scriptures, when the Most High repented over a decision that he made that turned ill, man. You know, and I honestly believe that these things were written in the scriptures, you know, for us to be humble, man. You know, I believe these things are written for us to be humble, man, because people make it a hard thing to repent, man, to say, hey, I'm sorry, or salaki, you know, hey, I was wrong, you know, that wasn't right what I did to you, you know. People will go all the way, argue you to the fucking ceiling, instead of saying, you know what, I'm sorry, that wasn't right, you know. Even when you make them realize that they're wrong, you know, they will not admit it, man. You know, and that's wicked, because, you know, the scriptures say what? I'm gonna get it, matter of fact. This is Ecclesiasticus 32 and verse 17. It says, a sinful man will not be reproved, but find an excuse according to his will. See, people will do all kind of bullshit, man. Make all kind of excuses, you know, before they say, look, yeah, that was wrong. That was wrong of me. Hey, Salakia, you know. And that's a feminine attribute, especially, you know, among men. Even when women do that shit, it's wicked, you know. You know, when women do that shit, it's wicked. It's not right. But when men do it, it's even worse, because as a man, you're supposed to be more responsible than a fucking woman. You know, you're supposed to be able to own up to your bullshit. You know. You know, because women are fickle and changeable, but men are supposed to be solid, you know, logic creatures, you know. Men are supposed to be reasonable, you know, but men have adopted this feminine fucking attribute, you know, that's really a wicked attribute, man. You unrepentant, man. You know, you're supposed to be quick to repent, man. You know, because that shows that you care about your neighbor, man. When you able to own up to your actions and say, you know, if you do a man wrong, you know, you know, it may be that, you know, you don't realize that you offended a man, but if that man comes up to you and say, hey, that offended me because of such and such, and he gives you a legitimate reason. You know, you're not supposed to say, oh, you acting like a bitch now. You know. But you're supposed to be quick to repent, man. Hey, brother Salaki, man, if I offended you, it wasn't my intention. You know, it wasn't my desire to offend you, brother. I was just, you know, making a joke, or I was just, you know, stating how I feel about a certain situation. But, you know, even, you know, the scriptures say, you know, for conscience sake, you're supposed to endure. You're supposed to suffer wrongfully, man. You know, that's all right, because all of us are debtors, you know. So sometimes it may seem like you suffer wrongfully, but really, it could be multiple things. It could be the Lord making you humble, you know, making you more humble, man. You know, by having to accept a thing, or it could be, you know, Salakia. That's my train of thought. Yeah, it could be the Lord making you more humble, or it could be the Lord getting you back for a previous sin that you committed. You know, you know. So it's good to always be repentant, man. And you know, I try to repent to the Lord daily, man. You know, because I know we still in this flesh, and you know, as Paul said, in this flesh dwelleth no good thing. You know, we do shit all the time that's you know not that's unacceptable, not right. You know, but we're in this flesh so we can stay humble. You know, and that word humble means not rising far from the ground, man. You're supposed to stay low. You know, pride puffeth up, but charity edifieth, man. You know, you're supposed to be seeking to be a peacemaker. You know, it's not about you all the fucking time. You know, and you got this inconsiderate, this inconsiderate, what is it? Generation of the degenerates, or this inconsiderate, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, well, I'll just use the word generation for lack of a better term. You know, that have made that a personality trait. They have made it a personality trait to be unrepentant, man. Especially towards one another, man. Because you know, if it's any other situation, if it's Esau, your ass will be bowing your fucking neck, man. You know, but when it's your brother, man, you know, our people are acquainted with mistreating one another, man. You know. Now, if you see that the Lord repented, the Most High, the omnipotent, man, repented multiple times in the scriptures. That's a very humbling thing, man. That's a very, very humbling thing, man, and that should make you more apt to be repenting, man. You know, even if you feel like you ain't go off or whatever the case may be, you know, still, man, to hold that title or position as a peacemaker, you know what I'm saying? It's good to be repentant, man. It's good to be repentant, man. You know, because it's not always about you. It's not always about you being right. You know, because the scriptures speak about suffering wrongfully. You know, we've all done wrong. We've all sinned. You know, so we should be able to accept suffering wrongfully sometimes, man. You know, for whatever the cause. You know, just to get shit behind us, just to keep things cool, man. Just to keep the peace. You know. But you know, hey, that's pretty much it. You know, with that, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kodash, double honest to our apostles, a great millstone. Honest to you brothers out there pushing this truth. Shalom.